Tonight's class is an earth element class. So it's going to be very grounding, very root chakra based. And yeah, I hope that you can bring that energy to it and cultivate the energy. The poses I've selected, a part of what will make it grounding is the way that you breathe, the visualizations that you maintain or manifest throughout your practice. So I'm going to try and keep my vocal tone quite grounding as well, which is hard for me because I'm a bit of an air and ether girl. Um, so anytime throughout this practice, if you feel like you come into a pose and you just want to linger there a little bit longer, or you want to take a little bit more time with each breath, please go ahead and do so because that's what's going to help you really get nice and grounded in your body, grounded into the space that you're in, and start to bring your energy down. All right, so very much a stability practice tonight. So if you like, you can close down at the eyes and feel everything soften and drop down as you exhale, letting your legs and hips be nice and heavy. And as you inhale, gently lift into your spine, maintaining that connection with the earth beneath you. Noticing the sounds around you, some close by and some further away. Observing any sensations in your body, whether it's tightness or openness, whether you can feel energy or perhaps a little stagnation or sluggishness. Observing how you feel without judgment. And just taking a moment to also observe the state of your mind. Noticing if your mind is active, maybe it's tired, maybe you're feeling a little foggy, maybe you feel bright. Just taking a little moment here to reflect and notice without judgment. And if you like, we're going to bring the ring finger and the thumb together. So the tips of the ring finger and the thumb together, extending the other fingers into Earth Mudra or Prithvi Mudra. So it's connecting with the earth element. Resting the backs of your hands on your knees, lifting up tall through your spine, gently drawing the chin in. And again, just grounding through the hips and the legs, connecting with the earth beneath you, and visualizing roots growing from your base down into the earth beneath you. And the more you attach to the earth beneath you, the more you feel grounded and connected and able to lift up tall into your spine while feeling strong and stable. Now maintaining this upright position with your spine, maintaining the mudra as we come into some conscious yoga breathing. And simply taking some nice full breaths, breathing in through your nose and down into your lungs. And exhaling back out again. Inhale and exhale. And inhaling for the count of 4. Exhaling for the count of 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. One more time. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Now we'll add the mantra Goranga for the entire length of our exhalation. Inhaling to draw the mantra silently into your mind. And exhale to say the sound. Goranga. Continuing on. Inhale. Goranga. 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 One last time. Goranga. Coming back to your regular breathing pattern, allowing the mantra to resonate through your mind and heart. Releasing the mudra and bringing your palms together in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart center. Taking a moment here either to set an intention or just for a moment of gratitude, up to you. All right, and let's begin. So from here, coming into, if you're not already, an easy seated position with your legs crossed. And we're going to go into some side bends and forward bends, moving with our breath. So taking one hand to the floor as you reach up and over, and then switching over to the other side. Inhale, exhale. One more time each side. And coming back up to center, walking your hands forward, folding forward from the hips, lengthening through your spine, just going as far forward as feels comfortable for you. Maybe bringing your forearms or your forehead to the floor. One more breath here. And slowly walking the hands back. And taking your hands behind you. Pressing into your palms as you lift up. Exhale. We're going to do a bit of an alternate cat-cow variation. So we're going to pair it with a downward dog. So just take your hand forward slightly. We'll inhale to arch through the back, lengthen, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing the floor away. Checking that your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide, tuck your toes, and lift up through downward dog. Take a breath here. And lowering your knees to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, come back to center, tuck your toes, and exhale, lift back into downward dog. And if you feel like you need to warm up a little bit, feel free to lift and lower your heels or keep your knees softly bent. Let's do that one more time. Lower your knees to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, tuck the toes, lifting back. Downward dog. Take a breath. And begin to mosey your feet forward, coming into a standing forward fold, hooking your first two fingers around your big toes, bending through your knees. Inhale, belly to your thighs as you look forward and lengthen through your spine. Lift your hips, stretching out a little. Exhale, curling in, drawing your chin in toward your chest, forehead in toward your shins. And then gradually starting to build up by lifting the belly away from the thighs and starting to straighten through the thighs. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, lift. And if you feel you need to, you can slide your hands up your shins and look forward. Exhale, curling in. Inhale, lift. Maybe tucking the fingers around the toes. And let's do that one more time. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Good. And slowly roll up. Coming up to standing position, finding yourself in mountain pose. Taking a moment here to ground, we're going to go through two slow flow sun salutations because we're doing a grounding practice today. So we're not trying to generate too much heat. We're actually trying to create a sense of safety and stability. So taking your time with every breath, taking your time to feel your way into each pose as we go through this dynamic sequence. All right, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Lingering here a little. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, hands to the floor. I'm just going to go with a step back for our sun salutes today. Up to you if you want to jump back. Lowering down, belly. And inhale, let's go cobra instead of upward dog. Keeping that connection of the hips to the earth. Exhale, lower down, knees to the floor, and making your way up into downward dog. And we'll hold here for 3 breaths. Pressing your palms into the floor and rolling your upper arms in toward each other, sliding your shoulder blades down your back, lifting into your hips and lengthening down into your heels. One more breath. And walking or stepping or jumping your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go one more time. Inhale, slow and nurturing. Exhale, folding forward. Lingering on the exhalation. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. And lower down. Belly to the floor. Inhaling up. Exhale, knees to the floor. Finding your way back into downward dog. Settling into the pose. And then finding your breath. All right. Jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, releasing your hands to heart center. And hands by your side, stepping your feet out hip distance apart. We're going to go into a hanging forward fold, spending about 5 breaths there. So hinging forward at the hips, scooping the belly in, maybe softly bending through your knees to begin as you cradle your elbows, letting your head hang heavy. So again, if you can, just drawing on that visualization of the roots growing from the soles of your feet down into the earth beneath you. And if you feel able to straighten your legs, you can go ahead and do so. And feeling as if the more you ground through your feet and the more you feel secure in this position, the more you're able to really let go into the pose, letting go through your upper body. It's the wonderful thing about stability. It offers a sense of security. All right. Let's release our hands to the floor. Softly bend through your knees and reverse melt up. So you're going slowly, slowly, slowly. Head is the last to come up. And bringing your feet either together or hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, raise the arms up and raise the heels to come into a reaching mountain pose. Only to exhale, lower the heels down, coming into chair pose, bending through the knees, stacking the shoulders and hips, navel drawing in. Then inhale, reaching up, coming up onto the toes, squeezing through the thighs, squeezing into the hips. Exhale, chair pose. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, and inhale. Lower your arms by your sides. Take a breath. Beautiful. Again, coming from this position with your feet hip distance or together, up to you and your balance. So we're going to go through 2 standing sequences tonight. So we'll begin. You can stay where you are on your mat, but I'll just face forward so it's easier to see. I'm going to start with raising the right leg up and coming into tree pose. So you might start with your toes to the floor or to your lower leg, and then gradually build up, stopping at a place that feels safe and secure for you. Maybe pressing the heel into the upper inner thigh. And then roots are growing down and our branches are reaching up. Holding here for a couple more breaths. Grounding down through big toe, little toe, the balls of the feet, the heel. And so from here, we're going to transition straight back into a high lunge. So soft bend through the left leg, turning that right knee forward and extending that leg back, toes to the floor. Raise the arms up. Holding here for a few breaths. Keeping your breath flowing. Good. One more breath. And a simple transition into warrior one, dropping the back foot down at a 45-degree angle so the hips open slightly, trying to spiral the rib cage forward, looking forward, keeping the arms raised, shoulders down away from your ears. Feeling as if you're riding the breath, inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. Good. And exhale, hands to your heart center, turning the back toes, swiveling them so that you can shift your weight forward and step back to the top of your mat. So we'll do the same again, finding your way into tree pose, starting with a modified version, and then gradually building up, grounding down through that supporting foot. Cultivating stability. And then raising the arms up, drawing in through the navel and pressing the left foot into the right leg. One more breath here. All right, getting ready for this transition. Hands come down through heart center and release your foot, bringing your left knee forward, only to then transition, reaching those toes back behind you, coming into high lunge, right leg in front. Lengthening into your back heel. If this is too strong, dropping down onto the back knee. Good. And release the back foot down at 45 degrees. Just a few more breaths. Good. Beautiful. Hands to your heart center. Toes facing forward and step the back foot forward. Option to come straight down into child's pose to rest and ground, or follow me through a vinyasa to make your way down to the floor. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump or stepping back, lower down. Inhale, belly to the floor, rise up. And exhale, coming straight back into a child's pose. Variation of your choosing. So if you just want to go into classical child's pose, or if you'd like to have knees apart, maybe rest over a bolster. Feeling the support of Mother Earth beneath you. Allowing everything to soften and surrender. Feeling your body getting just a little heavier with every outward breath. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly pressing yourself up. Making your way back up to a standing position, coming through downward dog, walking your feet forward. Inhale. Exhale. And again, slowly, slowly rolling up. Okay, our final standing sequence. Again, you can stay where you are, looking straight ahead on your mat. I'm just going to turn to the side to make it easier visually. All right, so there's a bit of balancing going on in this one, but really try and connect again, earth beneath you, stability, grounding down. So sending your energy downwards and really focusing on this tripod in your foot of your heel and the pads of your feet. And also your big toe is a really big one for helping you stay balanced. So big toe and little toe, balls of the feet and the heel when we're balancing on one foot. And modifying, building into the pose and only going as far as feels comfortable. All right, let's start by raising our right leg out in front, getting grounded on the left foot first. Foundations first. Soft bend into the left knee as you wrap the right leg over the top, getting ready for eagle pose. Maybe your toes stay here or wrapping them all the way around. And either hands in prayer position or taking the left arm under, no, left arm over, right arm under. And binding your forearms together. And then it's up to you how far you want to sink down into your hips. Raise the elbows up until you feel a nice stretch in the shoulders. Good. One more breath here. We're going to slowly unravel. maintaining balance on the left leg as you swing the right knee behind, toes finding the floor, and your weight is now in this left leg as you carefully lower down into a seated twist. If this is too strong, just come into a cross-legged position. From here, lift and lengthen, hand to your knee, turning to look over your left shoulder. So cross-body twist. Further still, elbow to the outside of the knee. And lift and lengthen as you ground down into your hips. Rotating through your spine. One more breath. Slowly release. All right, so we're going to go back up to a standing position, one-legged, and it's reversing out the same way we came down. So you're going to shift your weight into this left leg, and your toes are going to be helping you stay balanced on the ground. So right toes stay dragging on the floor as you shift your weight forward into your left leg. And so I'm using this base leg here. Toes stay on the floor and come all the way up. Option to go back into tree, or if you have capacity, taking the foot to the front of the left hip. Good. Now you can go from here into just holding the foot or wrapping the opposite arm around to grab hold of the toe. And reach the left arm up. Good. Beautiful. And release. Good for coordination, that one. Bit of balance, bit of strength, bit of coordination. Okay, let's do the other side now. So shifting your awareness and your weight to this standing right leg now. Bending through the left, soft bend into the right knee, and wrapping the leg across. Toes to the floor first, or further still, wrapping the toes around. And gazing at a point in front of you, navel drawing in. And this time we're going to go right arm under, left arm over. Nope, other way. Left arm under, right arm over, the opposite to your legs. And then begin to sink down into your hips as you raise your elbows up. Staying steady with your breath. Engage through your core. All right, now that you're familiar with the transition, seeing if you can release and take the toes behind, toes to the floor, knee behind you to the outside of the foot as you lower down to your hips. And lift and lengthen through your spine, taking the left hand to the right knee and turning to look over your shoulder. And further still, going elbow to the outside of the knee. Good. Beautiful. All right, let's find our way back up. Shifting your weight forward, grounding down through the right foot. Knee comes to the floor, then lifting toes to the floor, and then you find yourself balancing again. Either tree pose or taking the left foot in front of the right hip. Whoop. Seeing if you can wrap the arm behind to take hold of the big toes. Big toe. And raise the arm up. Finding your breath. Being mindful that one side might be a little tighter than the other, depending on your hips. And release. And give your feet a little shake. Great job, everybody. All right, let's flow down to another resting pose. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, jump us lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, big toes together, knees wide apart, and we'll thread our arms through our legs, turning our head to the side and rest. Settling into your breath. Now turning your head to the other side. And slowly come back to center, pressing yourself all the way up. And come down to sit. And take your legs out in front. We'll bring the right foot in. Lift and lengthen, flexing your left toes back toward you, walking your hands down, folding forward over the left leg. And listening to your body as you surrender forward over your leg. Maybe taking a belt around the sole of your foot or hands to the sole of your foot as you fold forward, or just placing your hands either side of your leg. Press yourself up. Change sides, extend the right leg out, bring the left foot in, press the heel away, flex the toes back towards you, lift and lengthen, and soften forward. So we are going to be on the ground now for the rest of our practice. So really dropping into that earth energy. Mother Earth beneath you. Just lapping up the energy that she offers, nurturing, grounding, stable. Slowly come up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Press the soles of your feet together. Lift up tall and take your hands cupped around your toes, drawing against your feet as you lift up through your spine and press your knees down toward the floor. Good. One more breath here. Maintaining this position as best you can as we rotate around to the right. So you're going to keep your legs and spine where they are, but take your left hand to the front of your right foot and your right hand behind you. Lift and lengthen and revolve around to the right. Slowly come back to center. Change sides. Right hand to the front of the left foot, left hand behind you. Lift and rotate. And return to center. Hug your knees together. Give them a little. Come up onto your knees. We're going to be on our knees for gate latch pose now. So if it feels a little bit too knobbly under your knees, maybe fold your mat over or place a pillow underneath your knees. Oh, both my knees just popped. Crack. Hands to your hips, knees aligned under your shoulders. Extend the right leg out. We'll take the right leg out to the side. Sliding the right hand down the right leg, toes pointing down. Inhale, floating the left arm up and allowing it to naturally reach over. Option to have this arm as a little bit of support. So taking the arm over increases the weight over this supporting leg. So if it's feeling too much on your joints, just bring this left hand back to your hip or behind your lower back. Good. And we're going to go from here, dip a little bit deeper by dropping that top shoulder and reaching over. So it just opens up through another line, spiraling up the back and around the ribs. And inhale, lift all the way back up. Bring your knee back to center. Take a breath. And left leg out to the side. Toes pointing down, taking your time. When you're ready, sliding your hand down that leg, floating the right arm up and over. Good. Now let's drop the top shoulder down. Keep reaching over toward the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Your knees together. And lower down to sit on your heels. Take a breath, turning your palms up. Nice. If you have a bolster available and you would like to lay your spine over the bolster for this next pose, please do. We're going to go into a reclined butterfly position. So we'll go reclined butterfly, and then from there, we're going to go into a straddle plow. So plow pose with your legs over, but taking our feet wide apart. So just keeping that in mind, position yourself on your mat so that you don't have anything obstructing you for being able to kick your legs over your head, and also just have any props available if you need them. All right, let's start with soles of the feet together. Knees out wide. And relax. Letting your whole back of your body that's in contact with the floor feel nice and heavy. Good. And seeing if you can let go as much as possible. Letting go into your body, your hips, your shoulders. And detaching from the activity of your mind. Letting go of the need to witness every thought or be present in the busyness and activity of our mind. Just allowing yourself a little bit of separation from your mind. And then from here, take your hands under your legs, bring your knees together, hugging your knees into your chest, lengthening your tailbone down toward the floor. If you don't like the idea of going into plow pose, you might like to take your legs up the wall or just to rest your legs on a seat of a chair as well. Some kind of inversion that is restorative and grounding. And if you are journeying into plow with me, you can just go swing your legs over, get a bit of momentum and swing your legs over, or you can come up through a brief bridge position and kick your legs over. Toes to the floor, and then walk your feet out wide. Lifting up from your shoulders through your spine into your hips and reaching the toes to the floor. Strong through your legs. And walk the feet back in toward each other. Maybe going full plow or maybe going a very lazy kind of a plow where you let your legs be soft and heavy and soft bend in the knees. And whenever you're ready, slowly coming out of the pose. And we'll go into a mini Shavasana. Legs out long and flat. Turn your palms up. Take a couple of breaths. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet to the floor, knees and legs together. Tuck your hands underneath your buttocks, under your glutes. And then you're going to press the forearms into the floor and start to lift through the sternum, going into a counter pose, opening up through the throat. So you lift, 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 gently tilt the head back till you can rest the crown of your head on the floor. And begin to release, sliding the head out, lowering your spine to the floor. Release your hands out to the sides. And again, straighten out through your legs. Take a breath. We're going to do one final pose before we come into our spinal twist in Shavasana. So coming over to a wall or taking your legs over the chair with legs up the wall. Relax completely. Turning your palms up with your arms alongside your body. And feeling the energy and blood running down from your feet, down your legs, into your hips. Feeling your whole upper body heavy, supported, relaxed. And we'll stay here for at least another 5 breaths, maybe even 10 breaths. Closing your eyes if you can. And taking yourself in your mind to a beautiful place in nature, laying on a rock by the seaside, or laying on the ground of a forest. Anywhere where you can feel peacefully connected to the earth. Then beginning to come back to your breath and your body, wriggling your fingers and toes, drawing your knees in toward your chest. Lingering here for a moment, rolling over onto your side, rest, and then coming over onto your back. We'll take a spinal twist and then we'll move into Yoga Nidra. Bending through the right knee and taking your leg across your body and letting that leg flop all the way over to the floor. And then reaching the right arm out and encouraging your shoulder down toward the floor, but focusing on maintaining that connection of both legs resting on the floor and only going as far into the twist as your spine allows without that leg lifting up. Beautiful. Changing sides, coming back to center, straightening out through the right leg, bringing the left leg over all the way to the floor. And gently encouraging your left shoulder down toward the floor, turning your head to the left. Slowly release. Hugging your knees in, making some small circles with your knees. And just seeing if there's any last stretches or poses that your body is craving. Going ahead and taking a bit of time for yourself. I think a bit of a happy baby would feel good, actually. Lengthening out through your spine, stretching into the hips a little, just as an option. Hmm. When you're ready, gathering any props that you need to have the most epic, comfy, juicy yoga nidra and setting yourself up for relaxation. Maybe a bolster under your knees, a blanket over your body, or an eye pillow covering your eyes. So you guys make yourself comfortable and I will sit myself up so I can guide you through it. Hmm. Before we drop fully into relaxation, just taking a little bit of time here to notice how your mind and body feel after your practice. Connecting back in with your intention that you set, if you did set one, or connecting back in with whatever it was that you're grateful for. And now giving yourself permission to completely let go throughout our relaxation. So I'll be guiding you to relax each body part as I mention it. But if you really start to drop into letting go of awareness of what's happening around you and just nestling into being in that place halfway between being aware and conscious and unconscious, I hope you arrive there and can settle in and just let go. Now taking your awareness all the way down to the soles of your feet. Relax your toes from your big toes to your little toes. Relax the soles of your feet and feel your heels getting heavier and heavier. Soften into your ankles and soften into your calf muscles. Feel your shin bones getting heavier and heavier. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. The tops of your thighs, your inner thighs and outer thighs, and your hamstrings. Relax your left hip and your right hip. And feel your pelvis softening and releasing. Soften into your belly and feel the sides of your torso as if they're melting down toward the floor. Let your chest be heavy and relaxed. Soften into your lungs. Soften into your ribs, relaxing all the muscles in between each rib. Your heart center is soft and light. Exhaling and releasing anything that you're holding on to. Practicing letting go. Softening the barriers around your heart. Relax into your collarbones and your shoulders and down and around your shoulder blades. Relax your upper arms, elbows, and forearms. Soften into your wrists and hands, feeling your fingers to be gently curled. Become aware of the vital energy circulating your palms, like a gentle prickling sensation. And bringing your awareness to your lower back. Feel your sacrum broadening and releasing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Feel all the muscles either side of your spine relaxing and releasing. Your head is heavy as it rests against the earth. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier. Soften into your jaw and soften into your mouth. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm, feeling all the parts of your body that are in contact with the floor, contact with the earth, to be heavy and relaxed. Feeling as if your body is merging with the earth. Now coming back into gentle awareness of your breath. Feeling the breath entering into your body through your nose, flowing down into your lungs, feeling the gentle rise of your chest as you inhale, and feeling your breath release out of your body and your chest gently falls. And then begin to breathe deeper, exhaling completely, wriggling into your fingers and toes, bringing awareness back into your body. And then bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. We'll go into 5 rounds of Guranga breathing. So just going in your own breath rate, sounding the mantra at a volume that feels comfortable for you. Just starting whenever you're ready. Goranga. 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 Let's do one more. Goranga. And now releasing your hands, rolling over onto your left side, and carefully pressing yourself up to sit. And we'll close off our practice by bringing our hands together in prayer position, bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other. And bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming to practice. I hope you're feeling grounded and lovely, ready to float off to bed.